If you've got so what we're doing is we're lighting up the smoker. It's a bit tricky, it's quite windy up here on the roof. And we use newspaper and sort of natural materials with no sort of plastic and like Hessian sacking. That's actually a wool sack from a sheep farm. Okay, this is a hive tool, and we'll use this to open up the hive. Between the layers, bees stick it together with propolis from trees, which is like a resin, which they mix with a bit of pollen. When you take it apart, put them like that, you put them in diagonal so you're not likely to squash bees. We just like pop a bit in there. We're just going to have a quick look inside, see what's going on. So what you do is you gently go around the edges. You can hear that cracking sound, that's propolis. They try and make it sort of so it sort of seals in for the winter. When I open this up, I'm going to look at it briefly because it's quite cold this time of year. So we're going to look at a few frames just to see how many bees are in there. It's usually like a few thousand. Right. What's great this year, got a terrific start to the year. So last year most bees were coming out with 2 or 3 frames. You see there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, moving on to 7. Just checking the weight. See the hive. Seems to be plenty of food in there. We give them supplementary food so they don't run out. Because the trouble is, if they're coming out quite strong like that, they can eat up their food. So this is what a plain one looks like. And you'll see as we go through how the bees pull those out. So it's got worker cell shapes, and the bees use that to pull out from, and it saves them a lot of time and effort, which means they've got more time to breed and make honey. So that's what honeycomb looks like, and you'll see that they're sort of opening this up, and that's what's getting them through the winter. That's quite heavy, that's like £5. But what I'm interested in is the queen. You see they're very calm today. Has the queen started to lay, or is it still too cold? I imagine it's still too cold. This is what happens. Yeah, see they've eaten up all of that. You see they're going into there, and they'll gradually eat up that whole lot. If you want to encourage them to eat up a bit more, because you want to have this sort of honey used up in the spring, do that, and then they'll start to eat through that as well. Helps them break into it. With the hive tool, it's designed so you've got a hook on the end, so you can go like that. It's a lever, and also that end is for opening up between the layers. You do it, it's nice slow rhythm like that. So, yeah, it doesn't look like the queen started laying it, it's a bit too cold. They're very busy, and again they're chomping through all their stores. Some more there. Just see if we can find the queen, maybe. There's probably, I'd say, 1,000 or so on each frame. So, I think about 5,000 or 6,000. Oh, okay, yeah, she started laying, look. See those? See that? Great. And those, see the white ones in there? Those are the larvae, and when they're ready. So the queen started laying. Those are eggs there. You can just see. That's fantastic. Great. So we're in business. Might be able to see the queen. It's going to be somewhere around here. So we've already got a few thousand bees being planned already. I'm just going to get this bee out. When you're lifting up the frames, nice and slowly, nice and gentle, so you're not knocking them back too much. Okay. So they started laying on one frame in the middle. Can you see they've chomped up all the honey on that? So, just trying to see. If you blow on them, clears an area so you can see if there's anything in there. Right. My feeling is they've chomped through this whole frame. So if there's no eggs on it, I'm going to move a frame that's got honey on it near the centre. But I think they've actually been laying on there, so
yeah,
just started to lay on there. Yeah, there's eggs there, so I'm going to leave them. The queen's been on there. But fortunately it's warm enough for them to sort of migrate around these different frames. So I'm just going to close up now. We know what we need to know, which is, let's see one more quick look, see if we can find the queen. Is that the queen is viable. She started the year, she started laying, they've got plenty of stores. I'm not seeing any deformed wing virus, which is from Varroa, so the Varroa level is you know, a good level. Right, okay, alright, we're going to close up shop. Let's do it fairly quickly because it's still a bit cold. Okay, great. Okay. And then, look, feed holes are over where the bees are. I'm just going to cut that bit out there. So I want them to get through all this lot. They're starting to move across to these frames here, so you want to leave enough space if anybody gets stuck out in this section, they can get back in. So I'm just going to leave that. There's a couple of guys that missed the boat, so you can pick those up. Anybody's been displaced, we'll just pick them up as well.
okay.
Right, I'll do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you've got some.
Alright.
This isn't very traditional beekeeping, this bit. So
So would we say this is a hive that's doing quite well for this time of year?
yeah, no, really well. Well, also, you know, they're into spring now. They're going out, they're collecting pollen, things are happening. You know, the queen's laying, so she's viable. They've got everything they need to start the year and get going. At the moment, they're concentrating on making new workers, not drones, because they need workers to get the brood going. But in a few months, they'll start making drones.
Okay.